My name is Trinity, and my role at Project Row House is docent and beyond.
My name is Sol Diaz, and I'm lead docent and beyond. I like
Right.
that. I like that. Welcome. We are at Project Row Houses, currently in the community gallery space, and so we are a 501c3 community-based arts nonprofit and social sculpture, and we serve the historic Third Ward neighborhood.
Platform for the community, and that basically sums it up. Like whatever the community needs, we try to accommodate, whether it be food, housing, art.
Yeah, so definitely. We work in historic preservation, contemporary art, and direct community action.
Equitable opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Founded in 1993.
By 7 Black artists living and working in Houston. Their names are Rick Lowe, Jesse Lott, Floyd Newsom, James Bedison, George Smith, Burt Long Jr., and Burt Samples. So we call them
The Magnificent Seven.
the role of the community for our founders. So they were living and working in Houston, and they each brought a different, practice and lived experience, but they all had one, a shared motivation, which was to use art as a resource for their community. Some founders were art professors at Rice University and UHD. Some founders were kind of more so in the beginning stages of their career, but they were volunteering at Shape Community Center and learning about the neighborhood, and often a lot of them studied at TSU under Dr. John
Biggers' influence.
Yeah, and others, had a very strong place in the community care that was like the arts world, and so they each brought a different thing.
Right, but collectively they were so powerful that they wanted to change the community and revitalize the community, and I think that was only possible because it was a collective effort.
Definitely. I would say the Joseph Beuys. So he is a German artist, and in the 1960s he developed
And coined the term,
of a social sculpture, and this idea really inspired our founders, because what a social sculpture asks of us is to view society as one large grand work of art, and each person within this system has the power to be an artist and contribute to this grand work. So Project Row Houses, we are a social sculpture. We are an ongoing project, and sculpting society around us was like a huge idea and behind what we are and what we're doing.
Leadership roles. Now, currently, we have Eureka Gilkey and Jeanette. Definitely a leadership role. Candy, she's our facilities director. She plays a lot in our campus and what goes on here. I would have to say Jack Yates too. The influence of maybe the African American living, the community living, I think was really influenced by Jack Yates as well.
His legacy.
Yes.
Yeah. The legacy of Jack Yates and the work of Dr. John Biggers.
Yes.
So he founded the arts department at TSU, and in his research, he traced the origins of the shotgun style houses, which is where we kind of start, back to Western Africa, through Haiti, through the Caribbean, across the United States. He traced it back to Western Africa. And so, learning about this, doing all of this research, he began elevating the symbol of the shotgun house and using them in his work and his paintings. And this inspired the next generation of artists, the Magnificent Seven,
Right.
to see, and know about their history and the history of these houses.
Importance of it.
Yeah.
Because it even goes back as far as the Europe people. That's where the word so-called transformed into shotgun, which originally started as shogun, which means God's house. And so it goes back even to that far to the Europe people. So the structure of these shogun houses is very important in our in the African American history of Third Ward. Located like smack dab in the middle of Third Ward.
Maybe talk about, and if you don't know, it's okay, but maybe speak to the first round.
A little bit about our first round. So after receiving a grant from the National Endowment for the Arts with the assistance of Diverse Works, they purchased the first 22 houses for about $120,000, and one by one, it was largely a volunteer effort. The houses were restored, and Jesse Lott, being a resourceful artist and resourceful person, had the genius idea of, hey, the windows are boarded up, why don't we, create work on them? There's a canvas we can create, and people driving by can see that something's happening, they can view the art as they drive by, and we call that our first round, which is to drive by.
And it was also relevant to the fact that that was actually what was going on the block at that time. This block was deemed the worst block in Houston, Texas at that time for drive-bys and riffraff, so to speak. So they kind of had a dual meaning of it's a drive-by art exhibit now. So we still do drive-bys, but it's art and it's not violence and destruction.
So a little bit about our programming, art programming. It's really the segue that people are first introduced to Project Row Houses through. And we currently host Art Rounds, which is an exhibition series within 7 of our shotgun-style houses. So in each house, we have an artist or a collective of artists activating the space. And yeah, so we change those about 3 times a year, and we are coming up on our 53rd, which the overarching theme is titled The Curious Case for Critical Race Theory, and we're very excited to see, the ways that artists activate the space, and it's just very exciting. Along with that, we have residency programs, fellowships, we partner with other organizations, for example, with the Idea Fund, which is a granting program for artists within Houston to do publicly active art. And yeah, there are many ways that artists can engage with Project Row Houses, engage with the history and with the roots and with the Third Ward neighborhood. So we have also part of our community enrichment initiative, the FACE organization. So they work on supporting artists with any let's see, what would I call that?
I would say how to live as a working artist, how to support yourself as a working artist, financially, how to apply for grants, how to price your work.
Yeah.
They also do a lot of things for the community, food distribution, and helping with things like we get gift cards every now and then for the residents and so forth.
Yeah. So we have the community enrichment team helping with creative building blocks for entrepreneurs and business owners.
And then we also have housing. So we have our housing units. We have 2 different locations, maybe 3, throughout Third Ward that has low income to market price rent. So I actually lived here and raised my children here. And I am forever grateful because coming from New York, I didn't know where I was going to go. And I found Row House, and They helped me find a private school in the neighborhood for my kids, which many people don't know that there's actually a private school in Third Ward. So they just do affordable housing. It goes according to your income. And so it was very affordable. It was, not stressful for trying to make rent and all this, they were very supportive. In a nutshell, that it takes a village to raise a child. That's what you get here at Row House. And that is, you don't find that too often anymore. So I'm forever grateful for the community backing me to help me raise my children, and the affordable housing in this area, because this area is so convenient to the rest of Houston. So yeah, the housing I think is a pivotal part of what we do, because that serves the community in ways that a lot of other organizations do not have the opportunity to do.
Yeah, and from that time to presently we serve about 83 families with income-based housing throughout the Third Ward.
Right.
So we have small businesses on site, assisting with like setting up brick and mortar spaces, and also having what they are offering out and available to the community, keeping money from Third Ward in Third Ward. So on site, you will find Crumville, Texas, a bakery, very delicious. You will also find Kindred Stories bookstore, as well as Gulf Coast Cosmos comic book shop. And with the restoration of the historic El Dorado Ballroom over here by Emancipation Park on Elgin and Emancipation, we're looking forward to opening up that space to not only, be again a place where people can dance and be in community and celebrate, but also like visit a cafe, have an art gallery, and more spaces there as well.
Then we also have what we call a Young Mothers Program. And this program, I believe, is unique to everywhere. It's a program that from age, I think it's 17 to, I think they extended it to 30, where you can live here on the road in a shotgun house and be supported as far as like rent and so forth, as long as you're starting a business or going to school. We also offer parenting classes and how to start bank accounts and so forth for our single mothers to be successful. That program lasts for like a year or two, and then they tend to graduate from there and move into our housing units for more like support to see if they're ready to go beyond. So that is a program that's really near and dear to my heart, considering I raised my kids here, but not under the Young Mothers Program. But had I known about it back today, I would have been here sooner. So yes, we have that as well.
So you can connect with us on our website, projectrowhouses.org. We also are on Instagram and Facebook. Just look up Project Row Houses. I'm sure you'll find us. Definitely come on over and visit the site. It's one thing to learn about it outside of us or read about it, but it's another thing to experience it in person. I definitely invite y'all to do so. Please feel welcome to set up a tour with a docent, and we'll walk together along the row and give more context and history and answer any questions. It's just a really nice time. We enjoy it a lot.
We enjoy doing that a lot.
So please come.
Please visit us.
Yeah.
And our website is getting revamped. So we're going to have a really new up and coming website. It should be dropping within a week or two. So we're excited about that, and we are overjoyed and excited about the next round, considering the theme.
Yes,
we're excited about that
theme and how apt and very present it is. Our next round opening will be March 12th.
Yes.
So please come on over. It's really lovely to see the way that the space is activated. The courtyard is open, the artists are present, and it all starts with an artist talk. So we have vendors and music and food, and it's just
food trucks, a DJ. It's a really good time, and
It is a good
everything's
time.
free. So come see us.
Definitely. What makes Project Row Houses special was the Magnificent Seven founding them and founding it and really setting that tone and intention that we are ourselves an art project, hence the name Project Row Houses. We're an ongoing project, and affirming that, I think, really helps people open up their like creative heart that we all have. It's just like having the courage to kind of access it and strengthen that relationship and really, you know, participate. And it's an invitation, like people are welcome to be a part of it and participate. And I think that's really a beautiful element of Project Row Houses and part of our success. Really.
Right.
Coming up on 30 years now.
30 years.
Yeah.
You should really come check us out. It's a hoot. Like, we have fun. It's really, you know, we make art fun, you know, in all kinds of ways. And everything is art here. So we just try to keep that tone in that, you know, in the project, right? So, yeah.